All right, so where are we? Last time, I'm not really sure where we were at, but this is what I've been working on, or at least what we're going to work on today. So this window here, I want to put a wire mesh, like screen around it so that, people can't break in. It's a bad neighborhood. Um, I want to put some decals, some dry transfer decals. I don't know how they're going to work, but I'm going to put a name up here for the building and an establishment date. Um, what else? I think at the moment that's what I'm going to work on. On the far left, there's some details that I need to figure out and decide what I'm going to do. I haven't gotten that far yet. What else? I finished adding the downspouts. Right, I started weathering some of them. I haven't really finished yet, but it's all right. Um, so I got the paint out. We can do that today. But for now, let's bring you up to speed with what I am thinking. So I took a piece of screen material and just some real thin, like I think it's like 025 piano wire. I believe that's the size of it. It's either that or 22 or 20. I mean, one of the two. It's what I have laying around. So I made two little U-shaped wires, right? And then I super glued it onto a screen mesh, like, screen material. And I'm going to attach it to the front of this window. But before I do that, I gotta rust it out, make it look like rust. And then I'll attach it with some super glue. Nothing major. So let's do that really quick. All right, let's get my paints ready. Let's make sure you're in view. Pull this over right there. There we go. Get that out. Now, the trick, I guess, here is to not fill the screen. We just want to paint the surface. I have a feeling I'll be painting my fingers today. I think I should have wore some rubber gloves, but that's all right. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on the screen. You really can't. But I'm just gonna keep painting that until I get a nice rusted look, because this building has obviously been around for a while. So yeah. Yep, there we go. Doesn't take much to paint the screen. You don't want to load your brush up too much, because if you do, you're gonna have some issues. So yeah. And the issues would be it would fill the voids in the mesh. I don't know if that shows up now. Where it was black before, I've got it more of a rust color, something to match the doors and whatnot. So yeah, so I guess my next question is how am I going to attach that? I didn't give that much thought until just now. Yay, go team. All right, clean off my brush. I don't want to destroy that. What? I had something else. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and finish up this downspout over here. Since I'm here and I'm thinking about it, well, we'll go ahead and put the rust in now. It's not a big deal, and I can come back and I can brush in what I want. Or I can just leave this one completely rusted. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Yeah. That doesn't matter to me if I rust it first or if I paint it whatever the original color was, because I can always just go right back over top of it again. It's not a big deal. so you can see I got some little marks on there. I'm not gonna worry about that either. I think I'm gonna try to use some mineral spirits and see if I can't get that to run. That'd be awesome if I can get it to run. Look like a runny rust spot. Let's get in there. Real gentle like. Yeah, that's pretty good. I did that with my left hand. Oh yeah. I think I had some touch-ups over here to do. This paintbrush is too wide. I mean, it served its purpose for what I was doing there for a second, but now it's a little too wide. I don't want that. Keep cleaning that off. Get it reasonably clean. Get it reasonably clean enough so I can use it again. I mean, this is just a hobby store paintbrush. I mean, you get like 100 of them in like 10 bucks or something. Don't quote me on that. So they're not gonna really break the bank. Maybe time to go get it, but you know, not really break the bank. Let's see if I got some. Yeah, that'll work. Like smaller tipped paintbrush. Get into these smaller crevices. Not doing too much damage. I didn't get the sides of these scuffer boxes. So we're just gonna rust them out. Try to keep your lines as straight as possible. Let's clean that off and add a little bit of that mineral spirits. Eek. There's a lot more mineral spirits than I expected. But that's okay. We'll deal with it. It might actually work a little better. I don't know. Who knows? Let's try to get on this one. See what happens. It's giving it kind of a natural little wash. We'll see what it looks like when it dries. I don't know. We'll find out. Clean that off. Whoops. Now let's go over here and let's work this scuffer box. Let's get the side. Oh, this is flowing a lot more liberally. It's just flowing really well with a little bit of oil, or a little bit of mineral spirits on it. Nope, not enough. Try that. Oh, that just scuffed it. Yeah, I don't like that. So let's see what happens if I just dab. Oh, that looks pretty good. I can deal with that. Yeah. Oops, sorry about that. My foot got hooked on the tripod. Let's go ahead and paint this one reasonably, and then we'll just we'll dab it off. See if that will make a difference. You know, I didn't think about that. Let's look at the tops. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good. Hit the tops of these scuffer boxes so they're not so, you know, white. I mean, let's face it, they're probably going to be super rusted out since it's a flat surface, and, you know, rain would probably collect on top of it. Rust that one out a little bit. Oh yeah, I wanted to dab on that. Yep. Yes, I talk to myself. Well, yeah, we all talk to ourselves when we do our work, but yes, not bad. I can deal with that. That actually blends in kind of good. So good. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, I added an I-beam right here and 2 wires that came out. If you look at it straight up and down, it's actually crooked. It goes off to the side. But, no, well, it's my model. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. So that needs to be rusted. You know what? It actually needs to be like a yellow. So we'll come back in with some yellow later. Like we did down here. I just used a paint pen, I think, on that. Yeah, but it's been a couple days since I've worked on this model. Get in there. Get in there. So yeah. Just paint that up. I'm also getting, I got two little, it's same brass wire, or not brass wire, but piano wire that I used for the screen material. Is what I used right here. I don't think it's really going to be that noticed, but you know, it's all right. I put it there just in case it would be noticeable. I feel like I'm missing a spot right there. I don't know. Did I get the top yet? Nope. Let's get that top. Right. Got a little bit on that wire. Maybe it shows up a little bit better. I'm not really sure. Let's zoom in and find out. Let's see what it looks like. You can see it now. It's right here. This little piece that bumps out from the wall. I don't know. Don't know what they used it for. Don't know what they're going to use it for. But it's there. All right, now let's get back to that window. I had to let it dry or it was just going to get all over my fingers. Clean off my brush real quick so my brush is not completely destroyed. I mean, I get it. They're like dollar store brushes, but still, I kind of like this one. There we go, nice and clean. Let's close this back up because we're not going to be using it for a minute. Right, put that up there out of my way, and let's clean out my cap. I'm really bad. I use the cap for this thing as just a place to put the mineral spirits so I can rinse things out. That way I don't use too much of it at a time. A bottle like this will last me forever. I think I've had it for like maybe a year or two, and I'm maybe used about that much of it. That's about it. All right, where was I at? Oh yeah, trying to place this thing. Let's grab my tweezers and let's figure this out. Is it gonna go? Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so got an idea. So I'm going to take my little 025 wire again, if I can get it. I hope if you have fingernails. There we go. Got it. And then I got one right here. I'm going to take this 020 wire, and I'm going to heat it up, and I'm just going to go, and I'm going to poke two holes right there on the bottom. And I've got a good idea on where they need to be, which is pretty much right on the corners of this this windowsill, right on the bottom side. I think that'll be okay on either corner. Let me double check here. How's that go? Measure twice, cut once, but you always end up cutting 5 or 6 more times. Yeah. All right. Let's heat this up to get down here in the hotter part of the flame. You know, I don't even know if you can see that, but all I'm doing is just heating this wire up. It's going to get cherry red here in a second. Come on. There we go. Right. do is place that right there. Well, that didn't work out for some reason. It didn't go all the way through. Well, not for some reason, I just didn't have it hot enough. All right, let's do that again. You're gonna get cherry red or what? Usually this thing gets super hot and it's a nice bright red. Come on. Come on. Let's see if that's hot enough to go through. Yep, perfect. Right, and I know it's going to work as far as the size-wise goes because it's the same size wire I used here. So I'm just putting 2 holes down here, and then I'll kind of put that in, and I'll get my measurement for my other 2 holes, and I'll just put it right in there. Possibly no glue needed. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, be careful. Don't burn your model. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Nice cherry red. And right on through. See that? Wow, just like that. Gotta have that. Gotta have that extra protection down here. You don't know what kind of undesirable people are walking around in the middle of the night. It could be breaking windows, or maybe they had a problem in the past. I don't know. But we see what the result is. That they had to do something. I'm gonna take my pencil and make a tiny little mark right about where right there. You know what? I'm gonna leave it in place, and that way I don't have to measure twice. I can just measure the one time, and maybe just a maybe, I might keep that hot for a second. Be able to just poke right on through and get it just right. This thought was just as I was driving around. I've noticed other businesses like that in less desirable neighborhoods. That's the best way of putting it. Or neighborhoods where vandalism is a thing. I've seen them put fencing, or maybe even some kind of expanded metal on their windows to help prevent that. I waited too long. There we go. Thought I got stuck for a second. Cooled down a little quickly on me. I mean, it's something you need to work quick, because this metal will cool down fast. There we go. There we go. Now we're in there. We're in like Flynn. Dang it. Well, always keep some sort of pliers nearby. Oh, that's not cool. That doesn't want to come out. There we go. All right. Now let's see if we can get these into our little holes that we just made. Maybe. I should just close my eyes. I'll probably go in there. I may have to redo that hole. It may have closed back up on me. You never know. But this one didn't. See? Now my chain link fence is getting in there. Or maybe I'm just not on the hole right. Sorry if my hand's blocking any of this view. But there we go. We're in. think that's reasonable. I don't know. It's not perfect, but who cares? Let's see if I can't zoom in a little bit. All right. I might cut the, I might just trim off this little excess of area where it's sticking up off the top. I don't think I noticed that before, but oh well. Or maybe I planned on it being upside down. I'm not really sure, but I think I'm gonna have to try to trim that somehow. Yeah. Yeah. Now, so oops. Zoom you back out. There we go. Where am I at? Where am I at on this? The name of the place. I still haven't even weathered this thing. I mean, I have a little bit, but not a lot. Like I don't know. I just don't know. I'm making this up as we go along. Yay. So, I need to name it, and somehow my layout has ended up being called Oak Ridge in my head. I don't know where I got that. Maybe I saw it somewhere else. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But it's a fictitious name that just seems to work with me that I can remember. And I'm thinking I might name this Oak Ridge Machine Shop. But it should say machine and maybe something else. And then I was going to do an established date. And so, with that being said, I went out and visited my hobby shop yesterday. And found some dry rub transfers. And I thought I would use those as my, let's open that up so we can see it. There's my knife. There we go. Well, that didn't do much. Ah, that's funny. So I cut the top right here, right? Fun. Let's cut right down here. Okay, so evidently these dry transfer decals are from Model Graphics. Model Graphics. Da, 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 da. I paid like $7 for them. Close to like $7.50. I've never done this before, so this is kind of new to me. So I'm thinking about using these larger decals here, and I have another set for doing maybe the established in, but they're black and they're smaller. So I think I might just put these. I don't even know. Maybe I won't put an establishment. I don't know. See, I didn't think about that. Maybe put oak and then ridge here and then see, I don't think there's enough room right here to put machine shop, because when I measured these out, they're like a, what is that, a millimeter? Is that what these are? Millimeter? Metric. Yeah, I believe the MMs are just a millimeter. But if you look, the lettering itself, sorry, I didn't mean to pull that away. I don't know if my lighting is allowing you to see this or not, but they're about 10 millimeters, I guess. So each one of these is 10 millimeters in width. So I kind of drew that out to see how that would fit and play out. So let's see. So let me make a definition here between these so that we can see what we're looking at. So what I did is I just drew it out with a nice even spacing, and then here's the next set of letters. So if I put them on there and I can center it and I know where to center it, so I could put maybe oak here and then maybe ridge if I can center that. Yep, right about there. Ridge. And then I'm going to work out, you know what, maybe maybe I can go with the smaller size for machine shop because I got multiple sizes on this. Maybe I can go with maybe something smaller, right? Maybe that one. Machine shop, and then maybe maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna figure this out here. So once I figure that out, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So this is another part to that model that I never really installed onto it. So I kind of kit bashed that. Um, but what I did is I painted and kind of faded out this white area here, and I did a black area there because I was thinking, well, maybe this would look good with a like a black border or a white border or something. Plus, I've got some black lettering, and obviously, I've got the red lettering. So we're gonna try that. This is like a cuticle thing that I stole out of my wife's bag of fingernail stuff. You know, but if she doesn't know about it, that's fine. So we're gonna see what this looks like before we even think about putting it on that model. So I'm gonna start with the black since it's by itself. I'm not trying to be accurate or anything. I'm just trying to see what it would look like, you know, on the model itself to see if I can weather it out maybe, or even get some of it to, you know, I think I'll not completely burnish that in. Maybe that'll help keep it from, you know, getting all the way on there. So it looks like it's just worn out. You know, like it's been there for a while, and some of the paint has faded, and you know, the maintenance guys or something haven't really done their jobs over the years, or the paint crew, whatever it is. And it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that, so we'll just burnish them all the way in. All right, that's fine. Sorry if my hands are in the way. I'm trying my best, but all I'm doing is just rubbing on there until it changes from a dark color to a faded color. At least I think that'll work. Let's see if we can't get that. Yeah. WX. And I use letters that I know I wasn't going to be using, so yay. And let's try the red. See how that looks. I kind of like the black. I hate to say it. I like it better so far. But that's why I put a black background, figuring the red letters would show up a little bit better on that. And I'm just doing different things until I figure out what I want to do. Like I said, I'm just kind of, all I'm doing is I'm just doing this as a practice to see what it looks like on the other one. Because, you know, the last thing I'd want to do is have to try to remove this lettering somehow or paint over it or something and start over. So I'm just doing it on a practice piece. I think I said that just a few minutes ago, you know, measure twice, cut once. So I guess it's the same principle. I'm measuring twice by seeing how I like the way this comes out on different backgrounds. I'm not going to do another one on just the plain, even though I should. You know, I think I will. Did that come up without, we'll leave it? Yes, it did. All right. So that one's garbage. And let's, this actually goes on a lot quicker than I was thinking it would. That's kind of cool. Let's try the red on black. Plus, we have to figure out how to weather it. I don't know. We'll figure that out. See if I can't pick some of it off, maybe with an X-Acto knife or something. And yeah, I do like the way that black looks. Like this one here. So far, the red just happened to be a larger lettering that I could find at the hobby shop. Come on, you gonna come up? Is my paint still wet or something? There we go. I don't know, it's not terrible. Yeah. Kind of cool if I could outline those. Maybe with a white on the red, right? Do a tiny, tiny outline. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, right? It's kind of small. I don't know. I kind of like all of it. See? Well, the red doesn't show up very well on the black background. It's actually harder to see, so I think I'm going to exclude that one unless I put like a white border on it, which I can try. I mean, I've got this tiny little dealio. Maybe a wire might be able to get a small, tiny outline. I don't know. So far, I'm leaning towards the red and the black. But let's see if we can't make this one stand out a little bit better. Let's get some paint. Yeah. All right. Let's put some paint on here. Come on. There we go. I'm just using Createx airbrush paint. It was just handy dandy, and it's white and it's right next to me. So therefore, I'm going to use it. And then I got that 025 wire. Again, same one that I was burning earlier. Let's see if maybe I can get it just a tiny outline. Oh, I don't know. That might take forever. Other than my little mess up right here, I think that's the best I would be able to do. See, oh no. You guys couldn't see what I did. I didn't know that was not in view. I don't like that. Negative. I think I'm gonna go with this or this on a white background. That's too tough to get in there. That lettering is so small. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm sorry I didn't get that in the video. But oh well. And which one? This one or that one? Let's see if we can't. Let's see what we can do about getting it weathered up a little bit. Like maybe we can pick at it a little bit. Let's go back at it with this wire. See if maybe we can get it to fade out just a little bit. All I'm doing is just scraping it. Let's see if I can do this left-handed. Yeah. Like maybe it's come out of the brick, out of the mortar, the tuck points on the brick. Maybe. Oh, got a big piece there. Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. I want to be able to read it still, but all at the same time, I want it to be nice and faded and weathered. I don't know. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. No, not really. See, I'm just picking at it and just removing some of the lettering. Let's try this one. So, see if we can't get it to fade as well. Or like it's just hasn't been kept up over the years. Maybe it's in their budget to do it. Who knows? Repaint it. There we go. It's not terrible either. I kind of I kind of like the red, but it's harder to see. The black is definitely easier to see, right? And that up there, that's a don't do that. I mean, maybe I can do like a white background with like a black border to it. That might work. Let's think that through, because that's a lot of taping, masking, and making sure that I get it in the right spots instead of the wrong spots. I don't know. Let's see how it looks from a distance. All right. Let's bring our view up to the model itself. Excuse the mess. All right. There we go. Because I planned on putting it right on that part of the building. Let's see, where's my top? And there's the top. So take this and we'll set it back from a distance and see how it looks. All right. See, the black is still extremely readable, where the red, it just blends right in. So I think I'm gonna have to stick with the black, which means it's a smaller letter. I couldn't get as big of a lettering. By the way, this is Woodland Scenics numbering and lettering. So I got a black and I got a white, and I like this one because it had numbers on it. All right, not a lot of numbers, except for maybe this size right here. This has more numbers on it. Maybe the lower one does as well. But the bigger lettering, which is what I'm planning on using, which is this top set of letters, because that's what I used on that, and that's pretty decent sized, but it's still going to be small. I might actually be able to get all the lettering in just one area. I don't know. Maybe I can. I don't know. Let's pause the video here and let's see what I can do, because in reality, the area here that I was planning on putting the lettering is about the same distance as this, right? So that's a lot of distance, which means I can get a row of lettering here and maybe another row of lettering underneath it if I used a black, which I might be able to get a black border to go around it. Like if I paint like a black square and then, I don't know, tape off just like an edge to it, right? And then paint the inside white, and of course mute it out, you know, get it to fade, and then throw the lettering in there inside that bordered area, something around maybe like that, with like a black border, right? And then the lettering on the inside, maybe too deep, where it says like Oak Ridge machine, I don't know, maybe tool and die company, right? That's a lot of word. I don't know. Maybe maybe do the Oak Ridge in the larger lettering, right? And then go down a step and do the smaller for the machine tool and die company. I don't know. Let's see if I got enough lettering. So we'll see. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna pause here and see what's what. I'll have to measure up my letters, see how wide they are, figure out the distance that I would have, see if I can just double stack them, and then we'll get back to it. Like, yeah, all right. All right, until next. Okay, so I've come up with an idea, or a couple ideas. So right now what I'm gonna do is I am just going to fill this in. And yes, I'm using a Sharpie. This is gonna be a thin black line anyway, so I don't really need to paint the whole thing. And I think I'll be all right with the Sharpie. But I did, however, want to make sure that I have a definite line where it starts and where it stops. So once I'm done with this and putting this line in, what I'll do is I'll come back and I will go to the inside and basically do the same thing and then white it out on the inside and fade it a little bit so that the black line has a nice sharp crisp corner. Make sure I get enough of it. All right, little bit, couple centimeters down. Make sure my corners are nice and crisp. There we go. And I know I don't have to wait for that paint to dry if I use paint, so Sharpie will do exactly what I wanted to do. So yeah. So let's see. I don't know. We'll see. Let's zoom out and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. See if there's any glare on it. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. So now, just using some Tamiya real fine tape. So now, just go ahead and cut more than what I need. All right. Yikes. So, I'm going to get this in there. Just right. And then I'm going to take my knife and yeah, I did that wrong. Doing that backwards. Let's cover the line I want to keep. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be tough. All right. Let's do that. All right, because I want to keep that line. Is that enough? That's the question. Is that enough? I hope so. That's so hard to tell. Let's see here. All right, I think I needed to come down just a hair more. Yes, I'm eyeballing this again. Shameful. But what I'll do is I'll finish this up, I'll come back and we'll paint it. Okay, so I did some outlining and I'm ready to start applying some of these. I have some very faint lines in there that show where the lettering goes, so that I wouldn't lose placement of them and they look uniform. So let's get my O on there. So I didn't like the way the Sharpie worked. It actually bled out. But you know what? I'm going to go with it. Doesn't always bother me. Okay, we're good. We're good. Thought I broke it there. And either way, even if I did, wouldn't make any difference. There's the O. Kind of slightly see the O outline. It's the O. Say goodbye to the O. Let's get the A. Let's put the A in. All right. So the A is going to go right about there. Straighten it out a little bit. Slow down there, A. Come on, square you up. Up just a hair. I said up, not all over the place. Almost had it. Dang it. If it would just stay still. Get in line. I think that might work. Okay. Let's go ahead and start burnishing this one in before I lose it again. There we go. Alright. Let's remove it. So I'm going to keep you with me until I get the K done, and then I'll work the rest of it. I do have a center line right here, and that's my center, right? So I keep my letters nice and centered. And if I am blocking the camera, sorry. There we go. Let's get the K. Let's line you up right about there. Don't you dare move on me. It's wanting to move. Yeah, we'll say that's good enough. Very gently. Well, not gently, but there we go. Let's get this to rub in. I got. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, so we have oak on there. So at this point, I'm just going to finish up the valley part, or Oak Ridge, and then I'm going to put the tool and die on there, and I'm going to call this it for this video. So let's back it out. All right.